Great morning, holy brothers and sisters! For the 24th of SHEVAT in the Kitzur Likutei Moharan, today's lesson will be called Drinking and Dancing. Teaching number 41, Rikudin, dancing. When a person dances as a mitzvah, for example, when he drinks wine on Shabbos or a festival, or at a wedding or some other meal where it is a mitzvah to partake, and he drinks in moderation for the sake of heaven, so as to enhance his joy over being a Jew, which is to rejoice in God, who chose us from among all the other nations, and when by drinking in this fashion he is aroused to joy to the point that this joy extends to his feet and he dances for joy, then by this type of dancing he banishes all of the outside forces that cling to the feet, and he mitigates and nullifies all strict judgments. A person who dances in this fashion receives all blessings, and the fervor of his dancing is a fire offering, a pleasing fragrance to God. Bamidbar 28:8. However, when a person dances with the fervor of his evil inclination, this is considered a foreign fire. Vayikra 10:1. And the wine that he drank is an intoxicating wine, which causes the outside forces to cling to him, God forbid. Drinking and dancing fervorously fashions jumping joy and knockingly nullifies strict sentences. Thus, holy dancing mitigates strict judgments, just like a redemption, for when the redemption money is given, the tzaddik places his hands on the money, which is referred to as pillars, that is, the feet, as in the verse, the possession at their feet, Devarim 11:6, which our sages of blessed memory explain refers to money, Pesachim 119a, and the feet are an aspect of strict judgment, since Akev, heel, has a numerical value of 2 times Elokim, the name of God that is associated with strict judgment. By placing his hands on the money, the tzaddik draws down into it the root of strict judgment, which is the 42-letter name of God in Bina, in order to mitigate the strict judgment of the money. For 3 times the numerical value of Yad, hand, is 42, and the tzaddik's hand embodies and draws down the power of the 3 hands, the great hand, the mighty hand, and the uplifted hand. The 42-letter name consists of 7 separate names, each of which is comprised of 6 letters, and the tzaddik, as he takes the money, concentrates on drawing the vavim, meaning both the hooks and sixes here, referring to the 6-letter names, down into the pillars. The outcome is then referred to as the hooks of the pillar and their fasteners of silver, Shemos 27:10. For through the fastening and the joining together of the hooks, i.e. the vavim, the 6-letter names, with the pillars, namely the money, the feet, silver, which is an aspect of loving kindness, is generated, and the strict judgments are thereby mitigated. Therefore, it is good for a person to accustom himself to give money frequently as a redemption to tzaddikim and to God-fearing individuals in order to mitigate and to nullify strict judgments from himself. Even when a person is not in any particular distress, God forbid, he should nevertheless give money frequently as a redemption in order to mitigate strict judgments from upon himself, so that he avoids coming to any sort of distress, God forbid. Moving money to true tzaddikim juts out judgments and disses distressors. Filling the throats of Torah scholars with wine, Yuma 71a, also mitigates strict judgments, just like a redemption. This is the explanation of the statement, Torah scholars increase peace in the world. Berachos 64a, namely that by their agency, God's name of 42 letters, which constitute the 370 radiant lights, is evoked, and if you add to 370 the white ches, which has a numerical value of 8, it equals the numerical value of the word Bishalom, with peace, which is associated with Bina. Eitz Chaim Shar Arich Anpin 13:13-14. 13:13-14. A Torah scholar is called a Netzach and Hod, the spheres which are represented by the feet, as in the pillars of the world. They are also identified with counsel, as in others enjoy his good counsel and sound knowledge. Avos 6:1. The numerical value of Eitzos, counsel, is identical to that of Talmid Chacham, Torah scholar, adding 1 for each of the latter's words letters. This is the meaning of the verse, he will also give you according to your heart, Tehillim 25. When will he do so? When he will fulfill all of your counsel, Tehillim 25. That is, when a person fills the throats of Torah scholars who are called counsel with wine, which is associated with Bina, as in wine that gives joy. The heart is associated with Bina, and according to your heart, has the same numerical value as with wine, adding 1 unit for all the letters, and 1 more unit for the word itself. One who wishes to bring a wine libation should fill the throats of Torah scholars with wine, Yuma 71a, and we find elsewhere that wine libations are referred to as minchosecha, your offerings, according to the language of the Mishnah in Shkalim 5. The aforementioned Tehillim hints at the same concept in the verse, thus, he will remember all of your offerings, and he will be satisfied with your burnt offerings, Selah. He will give you according to your heart, and he will fulfill all of your counsel, Tehillim 20:4-5. When one wills wine for holy ones, it's like libations are being brought. As always, thank you so much for learning together. If you enjoyed this lesson, please remember to like, comment, share, and borrow. And please God, we'll learn again tomorrow.